So as of right now, we are given a survey to do for 300 gems. I did mine already, but someone asked. I thought about it as well too, on doing this as video content. So I might as well do it. But since I already did it, we gotta do it on another account. So be right back. So here we go. I have the survey right now. I think the first one took me about 15 minutes or so. So I'll answer just like I did before about the usual stuff. So let's put United States, choose age. We're gonna give it 25. No, I'm 22, guys. I'm 22. I'm 22. Yeah, I'm 22. Yeah, we'll go with that. What is the main reason I compelled you to play NIKKE? So, for me personally, I heard about this game while I was in some Discord server in Grand Blue Fantasy in my guild, which was like months ago when it first came out in beta, whatever. It was back in February or something like that, or probably earlier than that. But I saw it and I was like, wow, this is actually an interesting game. Portrait style shooter, kind of interesting. So I will say the quality did bait me a lot. And I don't think you pick multiples, but exhilarating battles. I guess models as well too. Everyone likes a nice booty, so I'll go with those three. Overall, what's your overall satisfaction with NIKKE? So NIKKE, at first I was expecting it to be like a 4 out of 5 game, but after actually playing it, now it is an idle game, yes, and honestly, everything aside from the gotcha itself was all right. I guess there is some lacking in content, but overall is what I expect from an idle game. It's just the gotcha itself is like one of the deterrent as to why I don't like it, because here's the thing. When you have an idle game, at least to me, you're not supposed to be on it long term, right? It's one of those games you just log on, grab a couple things in like 2 or 3 minutes and log off, right? So if these kind of games don't want you to be on, you're more likely to want to spend money because you want to get more out of it. Obviously, it comes down to the consumer and the player to determine whether they want to play the game more or not. So, if you're gonna have a game like this that kind of like wants you to spend money to play more, I'm not a big fan of that. Not to mention the rates are extremely horrible, at least to me. So, overall, I gave this a 2. In my previous account, I gave it a 2 because I feel like the start of this game is just it's it's lacking a lot. I could have given this a 1, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna give this a 1. But as a whole, I do think the game isn't the worst. It's just the monetization of this game and the rates and all that jazz. The a lot anything related to gotcha in this game is like it just turns me off. So I just give it a 2. Which of the following aspects do you find most satisfying or compelling? So honestly, I like the graphics. That's pretty much what I want. I want to pick collecting upgrading characters, but RNG decides that, and you can't really do much about that. But I do like the graphics. I think it's pretty interesting. And it's really cool as well too. And I guess it doesn't take effort. Like, here's the thing about this game. Some people say the game gets harder as you get further in, and that's true because you guys are under geared. Overall, you just log on, grab some stuff, and then eventually you will beat that map. Whether it's through brute force or getting a specific character to let you progress through, you will eventually pass that map. So that's the thing. It's going to take a while, and some people are impatient, but you'll eventually get there. So I say graphics, and it doesn't take much effort to play. It's like the big things here, because most people nowadays just don't want to like go really in depth with how they play the game. Like if you want to do those kind of games like Arc Knights or Path of Nowhere or Path to Nowhere are games that are much suitable to do that kind of concept. This game is just log on, make some really strong gun girls or sword girls, and then just pass through levels. Simple as that. Which of the following aspects do you find most dissatisfying and wish to see to improve? Oh ho ho ho. Oh ho ho. Here we go. Here we go. If I remember it correctly, in my other one, this one right here. This is it right here. I can't seem to draw the characters that I want, whether it's through the terrible rates or not getting enough pulls. It's everything just comes down to this. I think overall the game is fine. Everything else, like there are some flaws to it, but overall it can be improved on slightly to make it a much better experience. But overall, the monetization of this game is just there's too much negatives for it to be like a bandage fix for it. There has to be a lot more going for this to make it a much more better experience. And this right here is just all of it. I can't seem to draw the characters I want. It comes down to rates, comes down to pricing of how much you got paid for 10 pulls, whether it's some scummy like 60% chance to get a SSR from the mold or whatever. There's a lot of things wrong with the gacha itself. I just not a big fan of it. And having like pilgrims at an abysmal rate is something I don't want to talk about either, and like something I can't really justify saying it's a really good thing. I just don't like having it, especially when there's tiers within SSRs. No. How likely are you to continue playing NIKKE in the next 2 weeks? As of right now, there's nothing for me to play, so probably gonna keep playing the game. But I don't think I'm gonna be like super satisfied with it. I think as of right now, I think I put this like I think I put a 3 right here. The reason why, I'm not sure as of right now. I could still be playing it. I think I will be. But I gave it a 3 because I'm not exactly sure, but probably going to be on the 4 side. But just to be safe, I did a 3. What is the main reason that stops you from playing this game? Right here. That's mainly the reason. And this one right here. It's not free to play friendly. It's not. You can say that you can beat all the maps as a free to play. You can. When you get enough maps, you can get there. Whether it's with free to play units or really broken ones, you can get there eventually. It's just overall, how many times do you get to pull in a gacha every single day, excluding the friendship one? Friendship you can do 3 times a day. The other ones, not as much. So overall, can't really justify saying the gacha is amazing. I'll say that. How would you rate your satisfaction with the following content about NIKKE? Select one per category. Character illustration, they're alright. I've seen enough of character designs already. I think most of them are like alright. Well, I say 4. Character design, clean personality and appearance, I say 3, but could be a 4. I say 3. I'm not like whatever about beginner's guide. The game isn't hard overall. You just level up some characters, make them strong, and just toss them into battle. I play Agile Lane. It's simple as that. So, 3, I guess. It's not hard. Every single battle instance. 3. Storyline and worldview. There's nothing like spectacular. Just a post-apocalyptic story as usual. User interface. Pretty good actually. I like that. Not bad at all. Community vibe. I have my Discord. Most of the time I was talking about negatives, but I say 3. The strategy and depth of the gameplay, no. There's team comps and stuff, but we're nowhere near that as of right now. It's just get USBs, level up characters, and just toss them in and you win. Pretty much that's it. Time limited events. The only time limited event as of right now is using codes for 100 gems before they expire. So I am not a fan of that. The time you need spent in the game is alright. I'll put it in between. Some people may not be happy about it, but I think it's okay. I don't expect much from an idle game, so it's alright. The in-game experience of payments. Oh, satisfied. You guys already know. How would you rate your satisfaction with the following gameplays of NIKKE? Story, nothing crazy. Lost Sector, it's alright, I guess, but like nothing like crazy. Tribe Tower, the usual boring tower stuff. Nothing spectacular about that either. Coordinate operations, we don't have anything as of right now yet, so we don't know. Outpost, typical dorm stuff. Simulation room, it's alright for a roguelike, but it's like whatever. Interception, the usual stuff. I think Lost Sector is probably like the most interesting one. But overall, it's just like I played through a billion of these already, so I'm not like super enticed about like anything spectacular or different when it comes to these kind of things. Which gameplays do you think it's dull or repetitive? Select all that replies. I've done these yet. Tribe Tower, yes. Outpost, yes. Interception. Yes, I think I did this. So let's go with that. Because these things you just do over and over again. Some people just auto it. I just auto it. I don't even care. Which gameplays do you think rewards are not appealing to you? You need outpost rewards. I think story can definitely get a buff in terms of upgrades of mats. I need more USBs. You at Lost Sector, it's alright. I do want more pulls though. Maybe Lost Sector. Interception, Tribe Tower. I think Tribe Tower gives gems or whatever. But, like, there's only gems, so I want USBs. So probably these three. Like, we all need USBs right now. So much. Which gameplays do you think takes too much time? Oh, Simulation Room, by far. By far, Simulation Room takes way too much time. It takes way too long. Which gameplays do you think is a lack of strategy? Nothing really. All of them. Like honestly, like all of them. Like story takes no effort. You just toss in levels and you win. Outpost takes no strategy. You just log on, collect stuff, and log out. And probably tower, just like these three. You just get USB, get levels, and just win. Pretty much. Which gameplays do you think is too difficult? Nothing really. Probably EX, but it's not that bad. Overall, well, everything is difficult when you're too under level. That's the thing. But like nothing's too difficult. I don't think. Which gameplay do you think is too difficult to understand, or in the UI is too complicated? Probably Simulation Room. I think there's a lot of buffs and stuff that are pretty confusing to some people. So probably this right here. Everything else is pretty much straightforward from what I've seen. Maybe Outpost is a little confusing as well too. Like some people don't know what to do, like how to build things or why you need to build things, stuff like that. So probably these two, like the biggest I'd say. How would you rate your satisfaction of NIKKE with NIKKE's shooting system? The difference among firearms, it's not that complicated. I put it 3. I think you want to get a mixture of everything like SMGs, shotguns, stuff like that, ARs. So I mean, there's obviously more strategy to it as the game progresses, but overall, it's like nothing super complicated. So I'm not gonna do anything about that. The difficulty in aiming at the target. Yes. I think the dragging system is lame, honestly. It should be tap aiming for sure. I just don't like dragging. The thrill of shooting. Alright. Front sights firing response. I think the aim assist is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie, but there are moments where, especially on auto battle, your AIs just don't know how to aim, and it just gets really bad. So give it a 4, okay, I guess. How would you rate the satisfaction of NIKKE's strategic death? No. It's about as depth as Azure Lane, honestly. Like, how I rate Azure Lane's strategic death is the same as NIKKE's. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. Which of NIKKE's strategic gameplay are you dissatisfied with the most? Probably aiming. Firearms, skill effects aren't shown clearly. It's hard to know when enemies are attacking. When there's a lot of things on your screen, that is something to consider. Difference between enemies. No, they actually can't tell you. Like, the boss has an icon. Elemental effects aren't shown clearly. Probably this as well, too. Actually, no. Well, maybe, yeah. The experience in different boss stages seems almost the same. Yeah, probably this as well, too. It feels about the same on, for that. I would rate storyline for NIKKE. Put it 3. I don't think it's anything spectacular for post-apocalyptic stories. Which other aspect of storyline do you think has improved on? Has to be improved? I just don't like story overall, but I know some people like story. I think if you want a really enticing story, the theme overall has to change. Like, a post-apocalyptic story, like how many post-apocalyptic games are there? Honkai, Tower of Fantasy, Ark Knights. Punishing Grey Raven. There's so many of these. Like we've all seen it already. So I guess skip plot and let people see summary is the best option I can say. What do you hope to get out of playing NIKKE? Like characters I like. That's pretty much it. Like I play gacha games to gacha, right? So I want to collect characters. Obviously, this is like one of the worst choices of games to play to collect characters, but maybe down the future they're gonna make it better experience. I really do hope so, because as of right now, it's just, oh boy, 100 gems a day, so exciting. What new content do you wish to see in NIKKE in the future? I think these things right here, social elements with co-op and guild battles. More appealing good characters. Yes, a good appealing character can definitely pull in a lot of traction to the game because fan art is one of the big things of how a game gets advertised. So by having a really good looking character, it'll help out a lot. But you also got to consider that your game has to be good too in order for the game to be popularized through fan art. So monetization, keep that in mind. How long do you usually play a day? I think now, well, I'm in the beginning stages of the game, so like kind of often, but I say like maybe 2 hours max. That's going to diminish a lot once I get towards end game, but right now like 2 hours because I'm like 3 days into the game right now, so that's understandable. Which of the following statements about NIKKE's game content do you agree with? It's too little and I've not had enough of it. Yeah, that's probably it right there. What are the reasons that compel you to recruit characters? Select all applies to get strong characters, to diversify my team, for character appearance. I guess collecting as well. That's I don't the need for a specific character for core up. I have no idea what that means, but basically all these four though. Which of the following statements about character recruitment do you agree with? The recruitment animation is boring. The rules are no. The main recruitment screen is not attractive. Items in the redemption store are not attractive. The difference between the various recruitments aren't obvious. Yeah, well, yeah, because there's like rainbow tickets. Like, you gotta pay for that stuff. I'm not even sure about that one yet. This is one right here. It's hard to acquire characters from recruitment. That's true as well, too. Recruitable characters are not attractive. I'm satisfied. No, just these two, I think. Like, the paid currency stuff is not clear because we haven't had a banner yet. And then it's getting hard to get characters because there's not enough pulls. And the race to get a specific one because the pool is very diluted is just horrible. I mean, in-game payments, nope. Which paid contents are you dissatisfied with? I think there's a lot of reasons. I think a lot of things are too expensive for some people, so probably I'll answer for paid players and say like there's a lot of things that are like not expensive or not cheap enough for people to buy, so it's like whatever. So probably these, because these are for pricing, and I feel like the pricing in this game is like way off, so I'll put those down. Which are the following paid content that you want us to add more of? I don't want anything. I'm not paying for any of these things, so we skip those. Games that you played recently: Azure Lane, a little bit of Genshin, not a lot though, but a little bit of Genshin. I don't know anything about these games. Fortnite? Okay, bro. Why is Fortnite even on there? Why is Rainbow Six on here? Call of Duty. Please rate your satisfaction of the following game that you have played. Player community, I guess. Well, no, animation effects is pretty nice. Arc Knights, I played it a little bit. I don't play it as much anymore. I'll skip that. Azure Lane, community. I think overall community is like what you want when it comes to Azure Lane. So player community. Strategic gameplay. Portable experience on mobile. Yeah, it's portrait, so phone stuff. Much percent of mobile games, $0. Skip those. They want us to add all these things here. Alright, I remember they did this last time. I don't know. Animation effect, strategy, shooting experience. I'll just put these down. I don't care. Where have you had information about Gods of Victory and NIKKE before you play a game? On Discord? In my Grand Blue Fantasy Guild when I first saw it about 9 months ago or something like that. What did you do when you knew about NIKKE? I didn't do much about it back then, but probably this. Which of the following options best describes your impression of NIKKE? One hand shooter. One hand shooter. For the other hand to do something else. Why don't you download Glass of Victory NIKKE directly when you just knew about it? It wasn't out. Like the game wasn't out. Like I downloaded it when it came out, but like it wasn't out back then because it was on beta, so well, I'll just put I need to know more about it. One of the main reasons I compel you to download NIKKE, I wanted to make videos for it, but I've seen cosplayers for this game. I've seen some, just not a lot though. Like graphics. I want to collect characters. Collect characters. Where they at? I guess this as well too. Like the music's pretty nice. I guess that's it. Alright, so that's the review. Nice. So it took 20 minutes for that. Right, so that's how I answered similarly to the first one I did. Again, that's 300 gems that if you guys want to do, go ahead and do that. It'll probably take like less than 10 minutes if you speed through it. But overall, I do say if you guys are unhappy with this game, go ahead and answer truthfully for some of them, especially for monetization, because I feel like the monetization is one of the biggest reasons as to why at least the Western player base are not happy with this game's release. So, draw rates, pricing of polls, free-to-play friendliness. Make sure you guys answer that truthfully. And for the other parts, if you guys don't like those either, answer that truthfully as well too. But overall, though, monetization is one of the biggest things as to why people don't like this game. So hopefully, with enough responses for monetization, they will change that. But who knows, though. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.